So back in the summer, I challenged my Discord server to make the worst possible Doctor Who episode. This was a challenge to see just how bad a Doctor Who episode could be if it was essentially written by an entire group of people. So 20 people signed up, and they each had 2 pages each. They were allowed to see everything that had come before them, but as soon as they submitted their bit, they weren't allowed to see what happened next. So over the course of a few weeks, people were writing, and then I had to act it out with a little bit of help from some other YouTube channels and some friends. So this has been the bane of my existence for the past couple of months trying to edit this, but it's now ready, and without further ado, this is Discord Writes Doctor Who. Enjoy. Interior, TARDIS bathroom. The 8th Doctor is sitting on the toilet reading a magazine. He smiles to himself, seemingly pleased with what the magazine holds. He is just about to stand up when Ace rushes into the bathroom. Doctor, something's happened with Wilf, he's very ill. Wilf walks past the door, wearing nothing but a lacy thong. He tries to sneak by when Ace turns around. Ah! She runs to the console room and smacks the controls. They set for the planet Euthanasia.
What?
Geezers, we've almost arrived on the planet Euthanasia. This is a most fearsome planet, and we must be careful about what we do.
Exterior, surface of Euthanasia. Day. Ace sees a group of people in the distance. She can make out the Brigadier, followed by Sergeant Benton and Mike Yates. They are holding hands and looking at each other lovingly.
Brigadier, my dear fellow, how lovely it is to see you again.
There is a moan from Wilf as he sinks to the floor, unconscious.
Oh!
We need to get him to Asda, lads. Their food is such low quality that it will save Wilf from the brink of death.
The 2nd Doctor walks over to the party that is hunched over Wilf's unconscious body and then retreats into the shadows. Oi, Professor, look! There's a strange homeless-looking man cowering in the shadows. The 8th Doctor and Ace walk over to where the 2nd Doctor is hiding. The 2nd Doctor pours some mysterious white powder on his hand and snorts it. The 8th Doctor is suddenly lifted off of his feet and flies into the air. No, we'll never get Wilf to Asda now. Ace walks over to a cliff that is over the group. She punches it, causing debris to fly off and kill a unit soldier. Meanwhile, the 2nd Doctor tries to run away, but the Brigadier shoots at him. Brigadier, no, that's the Doctor.
Brigadier.
Sorry about that, pal.
Wilf. What's my true love?
No, Doctor, don't die on me, friend. Ah! Rah, rah, rah.
No, Doctor, I love you!
Come on now, Doctor. Wake up, you silly fool.
Benton and Yates are still holding hands, but come over to the 2nd Doctor and spit on his corpse.
Doctor, you was the love of my life. I love fighting the Axons and the other forgettable monsters with you. Twit.
The Brigadier turns around and decks Yates with a blow to the jaw. Suddenly there is a bright light and the Doctor's face starts to glow. Once the glow settles, the face of Michael Jackson is seen laying on the floor.
Yo, fellas. What you doing in this place, innit?
The Brigadier drops to his knees at the sight of Michael Jackson Doctor and starts to sing Thriller.
Catch you later, suckers.
Michael Jackson Doctor turns round and begins to moonwalk towards the TARDIS. He misses the TARDIS though and moonwalks into a conveniently placed meat mincer. He dies a horrific death.
Good riddance. Michael Jackson always annoyed me.
Exterior, Asda store. Day. The group arrives on the planet Earth in 2019 outside an Asda store.
Well, this is it. We've arrived at the Asda store, the culmination of British ingenuity and culture. They're doing a 2-for-1 deal on cucumbers, and that is an offer we cannot refuse.
Just get me in the goddamn store, you assholes.
Suddenly, the 8th Doctor floats down with considerable speed. He descends into an Asda worker smoking in an alleyway and kills her instantly on impact.
Come on, fam, there's a 2-for-1 deal on cucumbers.
Nice one, Professor. There's just one thing. Michael Jackson died. Ace, Wilf and 8th Doctor enter a very dreadful looking Asda from the back entrance.
Alrighty then, from my injuries I can concur that we must have the 2-for-1 deal cucumbers to allow me to live.
Wilf accidentally bumps into Chris the absolute Chad Chibnall and yells at him until Chris falls to the floor and promptly dies.
What have you done, Wilf? Him being dead will unleash the Daleks back into our universe. In his heart, he had the mystical locket of Davros. You'll kill us all, Wilf.
The lambs from the petting zoo section of Asda all stare at the fam.
Well, he was the one who bloody poisoned me.
Ace frantically searches for guns or explosives until she realises this wasn't Walmart, it was Asda. She then grabs 5 Dalek killing grenades and throws them at the incoming fleet of Daleks. Doctor, we have to get to the vegetable section quickly. The fam is seen anxiously running towards the vegetable section, only stopping to snag a pizza and a pack of jammy Dodgers. They arrive at the vegetable section but see that the cucumbers are being blocked by Dalek Khan.
You shall not pass.
You sound like a drunk Gandalf, mate. Ace then promptly blows Dalek Khan up. 8th Doctor grabs 2 2-for-1 cucumbers and pushes them straight into Wilf's throat.
Don't worry about the Daleks. I yanked that locket thingamajig right out of the chipster.
You absolute fool, Fred. It won't stop them now. It's useless.
The fam run back to the TARDIS very quickly. Ace is seen having a mental breakdown while Wilf is thinking about home. We're in a war, Doctor. That Asda will get destroyed and the Earth if we don't do anything. Doctor, are you even listening? 8th Doctor is calculating all different possibilities on how to beat the Daleks and not start another fricking war.
Okay, after considering how to stop the Daleks without starting a war, I have concluded that we must kill the first Dalek to ever have visited Earth. It is currently living peacefully in Brazil.
The TARDIS warps away while the Asda is destroyed by Daleks. The Doctor, Wilf and Ace stand outside a little hut with what looks like a Dalek in it. The Doctor is standing broodingly outside the door. Ace runs up behind the Doctor and punches him full force in the back to get his attention. Oi, Professor, stop standing around doing nothing. Are you even gonna go in? The Doctor looks at Ace with a disgusted expression on his face before screaming at her.
Ugh. Don't be stupid, Ace. Of course I'm going in. Ugh.
Wilf waddles to them, still wearing nothing but his lacy thong.
Can you two just shut up and get inside and get me some normal clothes while you're at it? This thong is hurting my little...
Don't you dare take that thong off. It might be very key to stopping this war. Plus, you look very good at it if I do say so myself.
The Doctor pulls Wilf in for a passionate kiss before entering the hut. The Doctor is beating the hell out of the last Dalek, whilst Ace, Wilf and for some reason another old man are cheering him on.
You're doing it, mate.
I'm going to mess you up, you little Dalek twit. I have been battling your kind for a very, very long time, and it's really starting to piss me off.
The Dalek moves across the room to escape the Doctor as he throws all of the chairs inside the hut at the Dalek.
Do not do that. I am not really the last Dalek, you idiot.
The last Dalek takes off the top of its metal exterior to reveal an incredibly sexy bald man.
It's me! Nardi!
The Doctor gasps, despite the fact he has no clue who this man is.
I have no clue who you are, but your bald head and sexy voice are extremely attractive to me.
The Doctor kisses Nardole. Nardole lovingly punches the Doctor in his stomach.
Shut up, old man. I'm here to tell you what's really going on here. And if you don't let me, well, I'll have to give you a jolly good smack bottom, that's for sure.
Fantastic!
As you know, the whole of Asda is doomed if you don't defeat the last Dalek. But what you don't know is why any of this crazy stuff is happening in the first place.
What do you mean, my bald sexy love?
If we don't get away from here fast, the universe and everything in it will be totally destroyed.
The Doctor runs over to Nardole and strokes his cheek affectionately.
I would never let anyone harm you, my love. I'm never doing anything for you again.
The Doctor leans over for a kiss when Ace shouts at him, Oi, Professor, are we going back to the TARDIS or not? The Doctor reluctantly moves away from Nardole and they all enter the TARDIS. The Doctor had put the TARDIS in what he called floaty mode. Ace was tinkering with a 2-for-1 cucumber from Asda. Wilf was laid down on the TARDIS floor with spread legs showing off his crown jewels. The Doctor and Nardole were in the other corner whispering sweet nothings to each other.
Nardole, you naughty devil! Ace set a course for planet Pompaloppados. The key to destroying the Dalek and Roadman hybrids lies there.
The Doctor runs over to the console, helping Ace navigate. I'm not yours to boss around. I've got to help Wilf pull the thong out of his crack.
Okay, but hurry up. We haven't got all day. We can't all caress thongs in butt cracks.
Ace strains and tugs it out. In doing so, she falls, pressing some buttons. Oh no!
What have you done?
The TARDIS seems to awaken. It starts zipping around, flinging its inhabitants.
Oh, awake, Doctor! Help us up! Bloody hell, he's out cold! Let me see him. A real man's touch will wake him.
I should do that more often. Anyways, let's get back on track. To Pompaloppados! We're here, the Asda warehouse.
It's glorious. The last Dalek has turned this place into a fortress. We'll never get in.
Ash comes into view. She is carrying a large laser gun and has 8 anti-Dalek grenades on her torso. Wait, I'm guessing that's Ace. I may be able to help with that. Interior Asda warehouse.
Surrender or you will be exterminated.
No, it is you who will be exterminated.
Ace throws another grenade. By this time a whole row of Daleks have come.
We surrender.
From the shadows, a figure comes closer to the Doctor.
Hiya, fan. Need help?
So who's that then?
I've absolutely no idea.
The Dalek army turns around to face the 13th Doctor and opens fire, leaving her dead on the ground.
But whoever she was, she's distracted the Daleks. Let's run!
The 8th Doctor, Ace, Wilf and Nardole make a run for it. 8th Doctor and the gang are hiding in a nearby bush.
Don't we need to get back inside?
Nah, screw that. The Daleks will increase patrols. We'll never make it. We need some help. I know some people.
8th Doctor pulls out a pocket communicator and sends a message. Who did you call? A TARDIS materialises behind them. Out steps the 7th Doctor. The Daleks hear the sound of the TARDIS and go to investigate.
It is the Doctor. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate.
As the Daleks approach the 7th Doctor, guns blazing, he pulls out a deck chair and takes a seat.
What's he doing?
I think he's got an over-the-top and convoluted plan.
As the Daleks edge closer than ever, the 7th Doctor pulls out a device which starts to reflect the Daleks' blast back at them. Nah, that should do it. A group of Daleks then travel back in time and head to the same location but behind the 7th Doctor, before he destroys the other Daleks. After the 7th Doctor has finished destroying the original Daleks, they open fire.
Exterminate!
As the blasts hit the 7th Doctor, he magically disappears, reappearing a few seconds later behind those Daleks, and uses an anti-Dalek explosive he just happened to have in his pocket for such an event.
How on earth? What just happened?
The 7th Doctor raises his hat and gives a little wave before entering into the TARDIS and dematerialising again.
He's like that sometimes.
So we can get inside the Tesco warehouse now?
Tesco? It's an Asda store.
I remember it being an Asda, but it says Tesco's on the sign.
Something must be meddling with history.
All of a sudden, a beam of light flashes in front of the gang and a familiar penguin shape emerges.
Frobisher!
Doctor, it's nice to see you in danger again. Follow me.
Everybody except Wilf follows Frobisher through the beam of light.
Following the instructions of a bloody bird.
Wilf adjusts his thong and steps through the portal. It closes behind him. Interior, rundown office, night. The room has peeling wallpaper, an old wooden desk with a foldable chair. The window has one bullet hole. Everyone sans Frobisher steps through the door, bright light seen behind them. After Wilf enters, the light shuts off and the room is plunged into darkness.
Oh no, I went blind!
Don't worry, old man, I know what will help. Ace pulls out a firecracker from her bag and lights it. Everyone's face looks terrified.
Ace, no!
8th Doctor snatches the firecracker from Ace's hands and turns to Nardole.
Nardi, open your mouth, big and wide!
Nardole opens his mouth and the 8th Doctor throws the firecracker in it. Nardole swallows it. A beat passes.
Well, that did it.
Doctor, I still can't see.
Nardole hiccups, a light in the room for a split second.
Wilf, my good man, there's always a solution. No matter how difficult the problem may seem, there's always a light to guide us along.
8th Doctor completely ignores Nardole pulling at his coat, who is unable to make any sound outside of his hiccups. Wow, Professor, that is very inspiring. They're interrupted by Frobisher kicking down the office door, sporting a fedora and a cane. Nardole hiccups.
Strangers waiting, up and down the boulevard, the shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people, living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. That is a life of a world-renowned detective. Huh. Journey were truly lyrical geniuses.
Frobisher pulls out a cigar from God knows where and holds it over Nardole's mouth, who hiccups, letting out a spark, lighting it.
There's a reason why I needed all four of you here today.
Unfortunately, we have more pressing matters. Could this wait?
Frobisher takes a drag and sits at the desk, pulling out some documents. As Nardole hiccups, the light illuminates the words confidential painted in bright red on the top document. Frobisher leans forward.
Oh, I think this will rather help you.
We don't have time for this. We need to find and destroy the last Dalek.
These documents tell you how to find the last Dalek.
Then tell us.
Okay. So basically, you have to do a lot of stuff, because you can't win too early. Basically, you have to find the...
Suddenly, doors that weren't there before bust open and rainbow Daleks come through.
We have found you. Prepare to die. Exterminate.
The blue, red and pink Daleks shoot up and blow up a table.
Die already. Pew pew.
The brown, green and orange Daleks start shooting frantically but miss every shot. What are you, stormtroopers?
You dare disrespect the Smarty Squad?
Ace takes out a loaded rocket launcher and laughs. Ha ha ha. Then she takes out a non-loaded rocket launcher and put the loaded rocket launcher in the non-loaded rocket launcher. This is my rocket launcher launcher. What? Ace shoots the rocket launcher out of the rocket launcher, destroying the Smarty Squad in one strike. Suddenly 6 Daleks bust through, a red one, an orange one, a yellow one, a green one, a blue one, and a brown one.
Prepare to die at the plungers of the M&M group. Get ready to die for killing the Smarty Squad.
The M&M group all shoot at Frobisher. Frobisher explodes in a shower of ice, freezing the M&M group.
Wait, now we don't have to find the last Dalek.
Don't worry, I already know what we have to do.
8th Doctor, Wilf and Ace get into the TARDIS, which has conveniently appeared behind them. The TARDIS goes flying through the roof. Wait, we left Nardole behind.
Oh no!
Not time to worry about Nardole. We have to save Asda. We need to go to planet 420.
The 8th Doctor aggressively fiddles with the TARDIS console as the TARDIS shakes uncontrollably. Wilf stumbles and falls while Ace does a perfect backflip to avoid stumbling and falling onto the ground.
That's sick!
The TARDIS shakes even more angrily. The 8th Doctor headbangs onto the TARDIS console and dies. The TARDIS lands. Ace checks the TARDIS screen as Wilf rushes to the 8th Doctor.
You guys have to find the person who can give you the Dalek Destroyer and save Asda.
The 8th Doctor dies.
I'm dead.
Doctor, come back to life!
That's quite unfortunate. We'll have to move without him. If we waste time, Asda will be destroyed. Ace and Wilf are standing in front of a house. They knock on the door. The person who opens the door is Pete Tyler.
What?
The Doctor told us that you have the Dalek Destroyer. Asda is in danger and we have to destroy the last Dalek to save it.
The Doctor! Oh, of course. Let me fetch it for you.
Pete takes something from inside the house and returns to the door.
This is a sonic plunger. If you yeet it at a Dalek, it will die from shame and the lack of dignity. Here you go.
He hands it to Ace. Behind her, they hear a voice.
You will be upgraded.
Oh no, my wife.
It's okay, I got it. Ace does a perfect backflip and lands right on top of the Cyberman. The Cyberman dies instantly. Wilf turns back to Pete.
Can we also have some joints of weed, please?
Very smart, Wilf. Another way to screw up a Dalek's mind.
No, it's for the Doctor.
Ace and Wilf step into the TARDIS. Wilf rushes to the dead 8th Doctor and kneels beside him. He lights the joint and puts it in the 8th Doctor's mouth. The 8th Doctor wakes and sits up.
This is some good stuff. Wilf, you saved me. Did you get the Dalek Destroyer?
Ace shows the 8th Doctor the sonic plunger.
Fantastic. We just need to collect a few more things, and Asda will forever be saved from the Daleks. Alon Z.
Exterior, Tesco car park. The front store of Tesco's store is visible in the background as the TARDIS materialises. The 8th Doctor, still smoking his joint, steps out of the TARDIS, followed by Ace and Wilf. Why are we at Tesco, Professor? Have the Daleks invaded them too?
No, not the Daleks, Ace. There's something we need here.
The 8th Doctor, Ace and Wilf walk into the store. The 8th Doctor picks up a basket at the entrance and looks around with shifty eyes. He walks through the store as if he's looking for something. Wilf and Ace are following until Wilf sees the clothing section and splits away from the group to look at the thongs.
Wilf, no!
The 8th Doctor goes up to drag Wilf away by the arm.
But Doctor, I like this one!
Wilf holds up a lacy pink thong and pulls puppy dog eyes at the 8th Doctor.
Fine, we'll have to get your thongitis cured soon, after I save Asda.
The 8th Doctor walks to the self-checkouts, the only items in his basket being Wilf's pink thong, a packet of Walker's crisps, and his raunchy magazine. He is standing in the queue with Ace and Wilf. Professor, why do you have a packet of crisps? Do we need them to save Asda?
Oh no, I'm just hungry.
And the magazine?
Maybe he's thirsty too.
No, I need this to save Asda from the Daleks and other things.
Other things?
I'll explain later.
A Tesco shop assistant overhears the conversation and approaches the trio.
I'm sorry, but there's no smoking allowed in the store. Would you please follow me?
The 8th Doctor looks disappointed as he bins his joint and is escorted away by the Tesco shop assistant. Wilf and Ace follow him. However, instead of taking him outside, he leads them into an unlit room.
Masters, I brought you what you asked. The Doctor and his companions!
Tesco shop assistant casually walks across the room to turn on the lights, revealing 4 Daleks.
No, it can't be! You're supposed to be a legend! Myth!
Yes, it is us, the cult of 2-for-1 deals. Doctor, you must help the Tesco Daleks destroy the Asda Daleks.
This is great! If we can play both sides against each other, we might be able to save Asda yet! What do you need me to do?
The 8th Doctor is lying on a sofa in front of a TV, surrounded by empty cans of Monster Zero energy drinks, with an upside-down Xbox 360 controller in his hand. He looks completely wasted. The raunchy magazine from earlier is splayed open on the arm of the sofa.
Are you sure this is the best idea, Doctor?
Wilf sits behind 8th Doctor in a sexy Dalek costume.
Don't worry, Wilf. My Thongitis suffering friend. The Tesco Daleks will no doubt be enthralled by your glossy balls.
Also, Doctor, I found out that you and the Master are brothers.
And I'd like to give a special thank you to my gold level patrons, Albrecht Erb, Mark Hippoldguy Taylor, and Stephnick Nevin Miller. Thank you a lot for your support.